Hello, and I think we are finally live. Finally live. Let me just make sure that I can hear myself. Yeah. Now, let me just do the usual routine audio check on my live stream. So, stop the music. Listen to myself. Let me just make sure that I can hear myself. Yeah. Now, let me just do the usual routine audio. Sounds good. Sounds good. So hello everyone and welcome to another stream. Let me put this aside. Don't want you guys seeing my personal messages, right? And let me start the music again. Great. Hello everyone. Good evening and welcome to another C++ stream today. We're actually going to go back to one of the projects that I started quite a while ago, but haven't actually had a lot of time to work on, which is the C++/Qt audio visualizer. And yeah, I'm excited to kind of see what I wrote and if I can kind of understand the code that I wrote, really, because I know that it was kind of messy and kind of just like trial and error. So yeah, let's look forward to it. You sir, glad to see you. Hi Peter, once again Peter, thank you for joining. You join basically every day when I stream, and it's really happy to see you again here, dude. So thank you for joining. Let me actually also advertise this on my Discord channel because people might want to chill out with me. So chill here. If you guys there you go. Yeah, so let's get started, right? Let's actually dive straight into the code. So I believe that I actually did port this project over to Windows. One of the biggest problems I had with Qt on WSL was accessing the audio devices, because WSL doesn't actually have access to the audio devices. So building for WSL on Linux, on Windows, sorry, doesn't really make sense for an audio visualizer because we wouldn't be able to hear the audio, right? So we put all of that to the Windows side, I guess. So I can see here, Discotech, that's the one, that's what I called it. Hopefully this is still working. So let's actually code this and open it on VS Code. By the way, if there's like any lame songs or anything like that that you guys aren't enjoying, let me know. I'm just putting 3 songs and hopefully I'm not going to get the CMA strike. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Conan fine tools in CMake are kind of working fine. Can we build this? Does it still work? It should still work, hopefully, right? Unless I've left something kind of half done. Yeah, like I did here. So what's going on? Yeah, so we have a first error, which is fine. Okay, let me see if I can actually figure out what the issue is. Cool. Strikes. Let's just enjoy the 3 ones low. Yeah, I mean, I would love to actually put some actual music that I actually enjoy, but this will have to do for now. I mean, in case I ever get like 1,000 subscribers and I ever get some advertisers on YouTube working my way, then I may get paid, right? If I'm not like getting every video striked. So, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I have no idea what I did. I have no idea why this isn't compiling anymore. And yeah, I mean, let's just take a look. The git status, maybe, right? So audio player there was some changes here that I left. So hopefully these changes. Nice. This is cursed. Yeah, this is cursed. Now let me try and understand what I actually did. So let's begin by looking at the CMake lists, because I have no idea. So audio visualizer, if I'm not mistaken, is the actual executable for the audio visualizer. Audio playback should hold the class for the the audio playback stuff. GL abstractions is, well, the GL abstractions, I guess, and Qt abstractions is the Qt abstractions, such as like Windows abstractions, Q audio devices, and so on and so forth. Now, the main file here is an audio visualizer, so let's see what that's doing so far. Yeah, I have a bunch of vertices, and oh yeah, this is for the triangle that we were drawing with OpenGL. I wanted to get one triangle working, I guess, right? Because I wanted to actually create a mesh object somewhere. Is this actually used anywhere? Yeah, this is not actually used. So in theory, I could remove this. Let's see if we can remove it. The indices, are they used? Yeah. The indices are used. So I can't delete the indices. Oh no, I can definitely delete the indices, because this particular one has not been used. The text indices is, so. Oh. Let's simplify this a little bit, because I have no idea like what this even does anymore. Showing the GL logs. Yeah, I think I got this class here, triangle window, from an OpenGL a Qt tutorial where they create an OpenGL window within Qt, and this kind of has some like rendering capabilities, right? So it has a renderer, for example. Renderer, however, which is a class inside, hopefully, GL abstractions, as you can see here, holds a renderer for an object, and that can have a, I guess, a buffer object, a vertex array, and an element buffer on the OpenGL side. This is for like rendering in OpenGL, if it makes sense. And of course, it has a mesh object. A mesh object, as we created previously, has like a vector of float data, which is the actual vertex data. And we can have it like as the position X, Y, Z, and the color of each vertex, RG and B, as well as U and V for the coordinates. That will be used later on. Like, we're not going to use this yet, but it just allows us to already store some stuff for the textures, right? And we have indices for, I guess, drawing elements, right? GL draw elements, there you go. So you don't have to repeat the vertices all the time. For example, if you're doing a square, you only really need 4 vertices there. You don't have to, repeat each triangle. So which would be storing 3 vertices instead of storing 6 vertices instead of 4. So that's the point of this here. I'm not going to go over too much on the OpenGL stuff. I just kind of want to get this compiling. So. And also get chatting with you guys if anyone is actually still watching. Well, these songs, man, they suck. Peter, I'm really sorry, dude. These songs absolutely suck. There you go. I mean, this is still shit. Sorry. I like this one. Aquatic Ambience. It's from the Donkey Kong game. It's fine. I mean, it might be fine to you, mate, but to me, it's not. Like, they are actually trash songs. So what have you been doing, Peter? How have you been, man? I think I've not spoken to you since last stream, which was definitely a couple of days ago, at least. Hopefully you're doing good and your studies are going well, dude. There you go. A little bit more light for me. Okay. Yeah, I had this audio playback stuff. Like, why is this cursed? So what am I trying to make here? I'm trying to make an audio sync, which would be stored in my audio sync thing here, which is a unique pointer to an audio sync, which is a Qt object, right? Yeah, this is Qt. Still in a collaborative shell project. Bugs got me crazy yesterday. Yeah, dude. I mean, sometimes you'll be chasing bugs for literally days. I mean, you don't have to look too far to understand that. If you look back at some of the streams that we had here, I've been stuck on a bug for literally like 3 or 4 streams before, especially on this project. When it comes to OpenGL, OpenGL is extremely difficult because I find it hard to debug. So. But yeah, man, I wish you all I wish you all good luck, and hopefully your project's going to be the best of the class, right? Let's hope so. How do I go to the header file? Alt no. Ah, okay, so I can switch with Alt no. That's great. That do be good. That's good, man. Yeah, so let's actually look at the error here, because this particular line is the one that's complaining about. Right, so making unique of Q audio sync. Error. Q audio sync. No overloaded function could convert all the argument types. Message could be audio sync, audio device. Okay, so we need a Q audio device format value. Okay. So Q audio sync, const audio device, and audio format. Ah, okay. This is easy. This is actually easy. It's not cursed. We just didn't read it properly, so... I mean, there is a constructor for an audio format here, though. Oh. So I thought I was using this one here. Which is taking an audio format and an object for the parent. This song also sucks. Let's go. I'm looking for calming vibes, you know. I kind of want to think, not have a heart attack when I'm coding. So these songs are kind of giving me some sort of like heart attack or a stroke or something. Like, they're not helping me. This one's better. It's from Zelda, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, so why is this constructor not calling the right one? Reason cannot convert from const ti to const audio device. There you go, this is kind of the one I want, really. No user-defined conversion operator available that can perform this conversion, or the operator to be called message or... Oh, okay, so he cannot... Okay, so audio player is not a Q object, is it? It has to be a Q object, I believe. Okay, can we not just pass in a Q object here? Okay, let's try that, shall we? And then in the actual constructor, we can pass in a Q object pointer here. Or do I even want that? I don't really want that, do I? I kind of just want to set it to no, to be honest. Which one is the line 25 at the end of this? We just want to put a no pointer in now. Is this going to work? Error. Okay, so the following in the street is an error. Not all control paths return a value. So I'm missing the return here, which returns a true. Okay, so not a problem. What do you use for development, Peter? Do you use VS Code? Or anything simpler or fancier? Maybe Visual Studio or C Lion or something? Okay, so it did actually build now, which is good. I mean, we fixed one of the building issues, but does it run? That's what I wonder. Run an online C compiler web term. Ah, okay, cool. Anything like that I should know? Maybe online C comp. I don't think I know any online C compilers really. Like externally, I use Ubuntu. Ah, okay, cool. I see. So like you SSH into it from the web or something, or there is a machine ready for you somewhere that your university provides or something. Or do you mean something like Godbolt? This is an online compiler, I guess. That's the only one I use really to analyze what your C++ code turns into. This is very good. And he has Haskell as well. But yeah. Anyway, I tend to just use VS Code nowadays. I used to use C Lion and then Visual Studio, but then VS Code has everything that I need to know. It's very lightweight as well. The university offers. Okay, cool. Yeah. Sounds cool. Yeah, usually universities do it like that so they can control, what you're doing. I guess making sure that you have the right permissions and stuff. So they'll provide you a machine somewhere in the cloud, and then you can access it. But you can still use VS Code though for SSH connections. If you want it, I can teach you how to do that at some point. Because I do that for my Raspberry Pi. I SSH into my Raspberry Pi through VS Code, and then I can edit the code and compile it and stuff, all using VS Code. So it's really good. Okay, let's run this. Fuck me, what the fuck was that? Did you even hear that? Trust me, I want to learn it, but I don't know where to start. Okay. Well, I'll give you one little tip though. If you search for remote SSH VS Code, there is this little extension here you can download. It will be here as well. But this article teaches you how to do that. So, this is what you do basically. Let me know if you can see the link. I'll post you the link here. Watch the Discord channel again. Oh, okay, the Discord channel. Yeah. I mean, if you can see the link, I'll post it here. Because sometimes YouTube removes the links. But let me post the Discord channel here so you can get invited. Actually, if you go to my channel, there is on the about section of my channel, there is the link to the Discord. So yeah, you can see it or you can't see it. There's this stupid freaking heart, so I can see it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, try that tutorial out, and if you struggle, let me know. But I'll be on Discord as well, so you can chat to me directly if you have any issues. But it shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, let me run this again, because I have no idea what even happened. Let's see. That audio is messed up, dude. Whatever that is, it's messed. I'm not sure if you could hear it. The box works fine though still. So yeah. There is one thing, like the triangles aren't rendered properly, so I kind of want to fix that. There is a flag on OpenGL. Set buffer or something. Depth testing, that's the one. I want to enable Z buffering, which kind of makes it so if you're rendering a triangle in front of the screen, the triangle behind it isn't going to get rendered, and the order doesn't matter basically. So glfunc depth function. I think that was you, right? Passes if the fragment depth value is less than the store depth value. The default value is less. Just discard all the fragments that have depth value. Okay, cool. So let's enable that on the renderer, just to see if we can fix the triangle. Oh shit, close the renderer. So we have renderer, boom, boom. There you go. So okay, so let's rebuild this and see if fixes the issue. So the box may appear a little bit better now, hopefully. We'll see. I guess it broke it. It absolutely broke it. Interesting. So the depth function. Okay, why is that function not working here? There you go, that's what I expected to see. Something like this. Let's try always, shall we? I'm gonna get a little bit of audio playing. There you go. Yeah, it still didn't fix the top. Interesting though. I'll figure that out later. Let's actually focus on the audio, which is what we came here today. Is what we came here for. So audio device, just empty. Don't need that file, right? I guess we don't. Let's take a look at the main file, where the actual audio is being played. Audio device, audio player. Yeah, I need to continue writing this class because I don't know what I was supposed to be doing here, but I guess it was supposed to abstract all of the audio loading stuff. Sonic Mania, why not? So what's the main application doing? It's in the Qt application, surface format. A bunch of code that we don't need anymore, I guess. But we load the wave file, which is a class that I wrote myself. Yeah, I did. I guess this actually uses the audio file.h. What's audio file.h? What does it have? Class audio file. Yeah, what's audio file? Ah, okay, that's the library I'm using. Shit, yeah, I'm using the audio library from Conan. I forgot what it's called now. It's just literally audio file. Nice. Sup, Bratch. Hello, dude. Long time no see. How is it going? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you here again, man. I've actually not seen you on Discord either in a long time. Well, I have been away for a while though. So it's good to catch up with you guys again. Yeah, so audio file, wave file is just a thin wrapper on the audio file class. And if I look into the header, I include the audio file.h, which comes from the library itself. So this just loads the file, right, if I'm not mistaken, and sets the corresponding Q audio format based on the audio file. Yeah. So this could be the issue as well as to why it's not playing the audio properly, I guess. Because if you guys hear it, you can just get like a little bit of audio. And it's choppy as hell. So this could be the issue, like a mismatching kind of format. I don't know. So number of channels and sample rate. I said a sample rate twice for some reason. So let's remove one of them. Yeah, I can hear it too. Yeah. I know, Peter. The problem is that it doesn't last for long. It's loading the entire like audio file. I don't even know which audio file it is. Let's have a look. It's the Brazil.wav, which is the the national anthem of Brazil. If you're interested, this is what it's supposed to play, by the way. Let me open that with the Windows Media Player. You know, it just goes on and on because it's a fucking is a huge national anthem, literally 3 minutes long. But yeah, Sop Pretch. I started learning Haskell and it's a pain, dude. It is a pain. I learned it from I learned it at uni as well, and I had like 3 or 4 different assignments in there. And the end assignment was literally this kind of solitaire game, like a cards game. If you've played solitaire. So we had to implement not only the game, but also a little solver for it. So a solver that would literally look ahead the moves and then pick the best move. And I tried so hard on that assignment. And in the end, I only got like 79% or something like that because I made a little mistake in the compilation or in the syntax. So the guy deduced a lot of marks from it. But, you know, it was good learning nonetheless. Sop Pratch, Brazil. Yeah, that was the Brazilian national anthem, and it's a good one. I do like it, if I say so myself. Maybe it's because I'm from there, but it's a good and pleasure. It's a good anthem in a way that you can actually listen to it without getting bored. So, because if you listen to the UK one, for example, or the American one. I just find them very boring for some reason. It's very cheesy, but yeah. But we're not hearing that. That's the problem. We are not hearing that from the program. And I don't know why. I mean, I think I got stuck on this in the last stream and I never really fixed it. So now I'm trying to figure out why. It could be the audio format that's not been set properly. So if I look at set, there's channel count, number of channels, set sample format, which is float, I guess, in here. What happens if the config file doesn't have 2 channels? Yeah, we're setting it to stereo. Is there anything else that we're forgetting to set, basically? That's what I'm wondering here. Sample rate, we've got sample rate, we've got sample format, right? Yeah, which is a flow. We've got channel count, right? Yeah, we've got channel config. What is that? What is this? Set channel config. This is where we're going to have to bring up the good Qt guns, Qt documentation guns. On Qt audio format, set channel config. What is this? So this sets the channel configuration to config. Sets the channel configuration of the audio format to one of the standard audio channel configurations. No, this will also modify the channel count. Huh? Okay, so it's an enum you can set. This enum describes a standardized audio channel layout. The most common configurations are mono, stereo. Okay, cool. Mono, stereo 2.1. Cool. So which one would I have? Basically the stereo, I guess, right? By the way, are you making a GUI API? Well, it's a Qt application, so it's going to be a GUI API, yeah. No, it's not going to be an API. The plan for this project is to have an engine for an audio visualizer. Maybe I will do it so you can actually write your own renderers for the bars. So you can, you know, it will read a song and then like how it draws the frequencies and stuff is up to you. I would like to take the project to that direction. But at the start, I'm just trying to actually get this to play something and display some bars on the screen. That's all. I'm still very far from there, by the way, because you know my knowledge in that area, audio and OpenGL, is gone, unfortunately. By the way, is there a typo in your stream name? Are you making a Qt widget? Okay, man. Is there a typo in my stream name? Oh yeah, there is a typo. There is a typo. Thank you. Dude, you are a lifesaver. Audio visualizer. Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much, by the way. Are you using Qt widgets or QML? I'm actually going to use QML eventually, like when I start to like lay things out properly on the screen. Because I heard QML is really good and simple to use. So yeah. But as I said, we're still quite far away from that though. I'm just trying to get the basics done first, and even the basics is taking over like 3 or 4 streams. Which stream number is this? I think it might be like 6 actually. So yeah, to be fair, like 3 of those streams were basically just setting up Qt on different machines. So I had it initially building on my OpenGL WSL backend, and then I realized that the WSL doesn't actually have access to the audio drivers, so it doesn't play audio. And then I moved on to Windows, and I had to like literally fix the Conan recipe because it was broken. I had to fix it myself and then raise a bug in the Conan recipe, and then someone else ported it to the actual recipe and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it was crazy to get this working on Windows. It's like JS, but it's so fast. Yeah, I guess I guess, yeah, I guess QML is like a markup language for Qt, right? So you get all the benefits of having something like a HTML or JavaScript React, but for Qt, which means like your UI is going to be fast. I've never used it myself though. QML is kind of new, I think, isn't it? Or people are starting to use more now. And back when I did Qt programming, we tended to use the Qt designer. I'm not sure if you know that one. It's like a little program that you can drag and drop things into. Basic app needs only 50 megabytes of RAM. Nice. I've made entire calculator which use 21 megabytes of RAM. That's good. That's really good. That's really good indeed. Especially nowadays that everything takes like 100 megabytes just by running the runtime of the language. So, but yeah, set channel. Oh yeah, no, we've got that. Which one? So we've got all four of them, right? Yeah, we've got all four of them. I don't think this is the problem, yeah, unless the sample rate is being calculated incorrectly by this audio format library, or if it means something else, right? Let's see. Firstly, let me close these debug windows. If I remember correctly, QML renders directly on the GPU. Yeah, I think that's what Qt does, right? Whatever you do in Qt is going to be rendered on the GPU first if you can access that. Either that's QML or whatever you build with Qt Designer. I think it's on the GPU first, if I'm not mistaken. So, okay. Right, what am I doing? Looking at the sample rate. Documentation. So sample rate. Let's look at the set sample rate. Sample rate in hertz. So that it should be the same as the get sample rate, which just returns the hertz sample rate, right? Samples per second. I don't see how that could be differing between the libraries. Number of channels, perhaps. Okay. Yeah, I think this is fine. So maybe I'm convinced that this is not the problem anymore. Let's keep taking a look at the audio stuff in the main file. For example, Krita uses QML, one of the most popular drawing apps. I don't actually know that app. Let's take a look. Krita. Is it for graphics tablets, I think? So like if you draw stuff, you'd use this. I want to see someone using it. Yeah, no, quite a lot of apps use Qt and QML now, I guess. John Spenny, I'm glad to be back and watching my awesome streams. Any reason why you switched to VS Code from VS? Hey John, good to see you here, my dude. I'm glad that you joined us. I used to use VS 2022 when working for Microsoft, where I had to compile stuff, especially drivers and stuff for Microsoft. So I don't do that anymore, and all I do now is just like compiling simple applications using like a compiler out there, either on WSL with like GCC or Clang, or the free MSVC compilers that you can download for VS Code. And VS Code is actually a lot lighter. So let me take a look at this quick. I want to see what this app does, because you said it's a nice Qt app, so I'm interested now. Kind of looks like a Photoshop, really, like a forked version of GIMP, I guess, but it has a lot of features though. I like the layout. Like this, it doesn't strike me as a Qt application. It looks a little bit more modern than that, so it's a good thing that it looks like that. It's open source and free. Nice. What's the one I've used? Is it Inkscape or something? Yeah, that's the one I've used before for drawing with my graphics tablet, which is also open source and free. but it's not a Qt application, it's a GTK application. A repository on GitHub, nice. Anyway, let's continue this. So yeah, I mean, that audio file stuff wasn't the reason why this is not running the audio file. So let's just see what this does. This audio file is a WAV file, which, as we've just seen, it's a wrapper on the audio file library, which just loads a WAV file right here. Inkscape is mainly for vector graphics. So I guess Krita is just for like raster. I thought it was vector. It looked like vector graphics, but as you're saying, I think as you're saying this, I think it's probably for raster graphics then, right? It doesn't, like, does it resize well the whatever you create on it? That's my question. Audio buffer. So we get the data here and the value for the buffer. So this will get the data, which gets the format. Okay, so maybe this is the problem, because in the WAV file, we get the number of samples per channel, and we go over each channel. Okay, what the hell? Let me see what I'm doing here, because I have no idea. So this will get the number of samples per channel from the actual audio file. And then we create a Q audio buffer, which is twice what the number of samples per channel is, because you have left and right, and you usually have to interleave them. So the first sample is going to be like data for you to play on the left speaker, and then the second sample is going to be data for you to play on the right speaker, and the third one is going to be left again, and the fourth one is going to be right again. So it's just interleaving it. That's what I'm trying to do here. I don't know what the -1 does though in here. But then I have to convert stuff from floats to QReal. Does this automatically convert the float to QReal doubles? That's a good point. So we've got buffer data. Yeah, maybe this is the problem. Maybe this has not been done properly. Oh, wait a second. What? Okay, so yeah, it's literally just putting the first sample as the left and the second sample as the right. And we've got 0 and 1 here. Could this be the problem? I don't know. Let's just see if I'm doing this right though. Let's look at the documentation for Q audio buffer. Stereo frame. So template, struct, stereo frame. The stereo frame class provides a simple wrapper for stereo audio frame. Detailed description. This template-sized structure lets you treat a block of individual samples as an interleaved stereo stream frame. This is most useful when used with the template-sized data functions of audio buffer. Generally, the data is accessed as a pointer, so no copying should occur. There are predefined instantiations of this template for working with common stereo. Okay, cool. Like what? So you've got Q audio buffer. Assuming buffer is an unsigned 16-bit stereo frame. John Spenny, debugging shader programs is a pain. I see the same for audio. I hope I'm wrong. I died twice debugging shader. Yeah, man, I agree with that. I would put audio on top though, just because with OpenGL or something like that, there are always like logs and stuff you can pull from OpenGL. Like there's a function to kind of like get the error from your compilation of audio shaders and stuff. But with audio, it's a little bit difficult. You just don't listen to, you don't hear the audio, and you're left wondering why the hell is this not playing the Brazilian anthem when it should be. That's what I'm doing right now, John. To be honest, I'm actually debugging it. If you just joined the stream as well, like this is what's happening. It's not playing the entire audio. It's very choppy. Did you just hear that? You know, I don't know why. To be honest, I have no idea why. So I'm trying to figure out here. With your guys' help, hopefully. You're paying attention more than me. But I agree, man. Debugging OpenGL stuff, graphic stuff, and audio, really difficult. Really difficult. JavaScript programmers have it easy, don't they? But anyway, yeah, I think it's maybe we'll swap to one of these classes to see if is the way I'm initializing the audio buffer, because I'm not entirely sure. But let's just try one of these out. Q audio buffer. And this is where I need to actually see what's inside the audio file C++, because I don't know what kind of format it's giving me back. Debugging STM32. No, dude. I'm alright with that. You can do that. I stay away from that shit. Data. So we've got, for example, audio file is a template class, so it can be instantiated using floating point precision. Does it tell me what kind of float this is? Is it like a signed float? It simply reflects the data type you would like to use to store the underlying audio types. When you see an integer type to store samples, e.g. int, the library will read the integer samples value directly from the audio file. A couple of notes on integer types. The range of samples is designed to be symmetric. This means that, for example, an assigned 8-bit integer will use the range. Okay, cool. For storing sample representing -1 and 1 range. And the value 1 to 8, -1 to 8 is possible here given the int a type. But this is interpreted as a value slightly lower than -1. Specifically -1 point whatever. I don't know why, but my STM program always crashes in debugging, but works without a debugger. Maybe you haven't set up the debugger server properly, dude. Sometimes it happens. I've never done any STM, to be honest with you, so I don't really have much to say here. In the case of unsigned types, we obviously can't store samples as negative values. Therefore, we use the equivalent range of the unsigned. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so the library is kind of reading the files, reading the integers from the file to me, and putting them as doubles, as floats, that is. And also, how do I set the bit storage rate, the bit depth? Set bit depth and sample rate. Okay, yeah, we can set it with set bit depth and set sample rate. But this is actually like kind of saving it. I want to read it. Maybe get bit depth? Is that a thing? So where is that audio file? So if we have audio file, Jesus, can't spell audio today. Oh yeah, get bit depth. Yeah. which is an integer. Can I set that on the audio format? Your audio format, config stereo. Stream idea, COBOL programming until we give up. I would probably give up after 10 minutes, man. Although, you know, learning COBOL is not a bad thing nowadays. I've heard that a lot of banks are still hiring COBOL programmers because all their software was written back in the 60s and 70s with COBOL, wasn't it? So you probably get paid a lot. But thank you. I will definitely put that down in my list of cool streams to do. Do you know what stream that was cool? Doing the recent Rust and C++ web server comparison. I'm actually making a video out of those. But those streams gained a lot of popularity, like in terms of views. So I do need to do something cool though. So yeah, thank you for the suggestion though. I might actually do that in the future. So audio file, we can get the bit depth. Each COBOL job offers equals depth for one dinosaur. Yeah. Yeah, you basically have to be a dinosaur to program in that. So key audio format channel. Channel config. Sample format, key audio format, set sample format. What's float? Sample are floats. Sample are int 16s, signed integers. I wonder if I can read it as a uint 8 signed integer. So let's do that. So where's my audio file created? Right here. Set it as uint AT. And of course, here too. I want to see if by changing from float to uint AT, the data will be better aligned somehow. I don't know. I don't know how it's working, to be honest. But yeah, we can do that. So what's bit depth? That'll give us the bit depth, right? Probably want it as in 32T actually. Just because if we go with int 8, it's going to be like 8-bit audio, and I don't want it to sound like a freaking Nintendo game, to be honest. So, Raj, what do you think about Qt? I do like Qt, to be honest. I mean, I started my career writing Qt. I worked for a company back in the day called Aviva, and I maintained a software that was made for engineers, where people can import point cloud data, so like 3D scanned, laser scanned data, and they would kind of have like a Photoshop for 3D stuff. And that was all done in Qt, so I do have very good memories, and I learned quite a bit with Qt, to be honest. And it provides just the right tools for you to be able to develop any sort of like GUI application in C++, while also keeping the access, the access to the lower levels of code, if you may wish to do that. So I do like it. I know that it's a dying library. It's like less and less people are using it nowadays because there are so many other great alternatives out there. but you know, it's something that one of the libraries that I put on a pedestal because I do like it. And if you go back in the day as well, like if you're talking like Nokia phones back in the day, I'm not sure if you remember them. It depends on how old you are, really, Sop. I'm nearly 30, so I still remember the Nokia brick phones. There used to be so many like apps that you can download like and install in your device that were made with Qt. And I still remember the Qt logo on those on those applications, so it takes me back in time. But I do like Qt. You know. That's a good question. How old are you guys? Like, am I the oldest here? I feel like most of you are quite young, or as suggested by my YouTube data. Really, I think I have quite a lot of young viewers. So, okay, so we have int32 here as the underlying type for the audio file. The bit depth. Kind of want to put a log here if it's not quite lower than you. Yeah, lower as in you're younger than me. Is that what you mean? Or are you older than me? I don't know what you mean. I mean, yeah, you're doing your university now, aren't you, Peter? So you're probably I'd say like 19, 20 tops. So you guys are still very young. You still have a very long life ahead of you. In terms of coding as well. But yeah, younger. I thought so. I mean, I was told once that I have a very young face, so people actually think I'm younger than I actually am. But that's not the case. I'm an old man now. Okay, so Qt in 32. There you go, channel stereo. So I think we've changed enough for it to work. Okay, so we still have Q audio buffer. Yeah, I still want to do something about this Q audio buffer. As I said, I probably want to use one of these things instead. The audio class. Sorry, not the audio class, the stereo frame. So let's see, Q audio buffer signed 32 M and S. What is that? What are the differences here? Signed 32 F. This is a predefined specialization for a 32-bit floating sample. Don't want that. I want the 32 signed. Which one do I have here? Yeah, int32. Seems to be the right one. Q audio format of int32. Which is a sample format. Yeah, this is right. This is correct now. So let's look back at the tutorial. Okay, so what is this actually doing? Assuming buffer is an unsigned stereo buffer. Buffer data. Qt is slowly dying because there are too many front-end monkeys on the front. That's one way of putting into it, yeah. I mean, everything dies for a reason, right? Nothing stays at the top forever. That's something you gotta learn in tech. I mean, the library and the language you love now the most will almost likely die in a few years as well. Maybe 10, 20 years, but it will happen eventually. And they are all using Electron, yeah. Electron is quite good. I mean, I've been meaning to actually learn it myself. That was actually one of my stream ideas. I've got a notepad full of stream ideas here. Electron is one of the ones I wanted to use. Really fast apps, Node.js plus Chromium, yeah. Is the V8 engine overtaking the world? So what actually is this type? This is a type def for a Q audio frame stereo. buffer. So here we are assuming that this is a 16-bit stereo buffer. It's a joke. Chromium and Node.js are, yeah, slow and need to, yeah, they do. I do agree with that. I mean, any app that you have nowadays doesn't take less than like half a gigabyte of memory, right? Let's take a Spotify right now, which is an Electron application. So let's see how long how much it's actually taking. Spotify, not too bad, 300 megabytes for an Electron application. But you know, does it need 300 megabytes just to play a streaming audio file? I'll probably say no. What does surprise me is Visual Studio Code here taking almost 3 gigabytes. So yeah, that's Electron. It's another Electron app right there for you. So, but hey, I mean, people tend to care about development time. Development time a lot more than efficiency nowadays. Anyway, you know, to build a good app, it doesn't just have to be good. It has to be like fast in a way, like you have to actually get it out fast before someone else does the same thing. So people do value development time a lot more. Swap frames. Okay, so this is literally just a left-right kind of thing. How can we play this? Let's see, stereo frame. Also, which Qt version is this? This is Qt5. What am I doing? Ah. This doesn't apply to Qt6, which is what I'm using. Just realized that. I'm an idiot. But this is the type of buffer we have to create anyway. Q audio buffer S32 signed. What's the M one? Oh, mono and stereo. Okay, yeah. Cool. Now, what is the Q audio frame stereo? Q audio frame stereo. Okay, let's take a look at that. Toro is better than Electron, but Tori is quite overrated. Offers promise things that aren't. I don't actually know Tori. Tori apps build smaller, faster front-end applications for multiple development. What is it written in? I guess like C++ or Rust? Built on Rust, there you go. With performance and security at the center, Rust is the language for the next generation of apps. Tori. Do you like write the front end of it in JavaScript, or is it also Rust? Electron's low because it uses Node.js for backend and Chromium for the front end. Yeah. This is using Rust for the back end, and what is it for the front end? That's what I'm asking. Like, Tori uses Rust for front back end and custom HTML web view written in Rust. Nice. That's good that they went for a single language for front end and back end. That's what I kind of dislike about web development nowadays. It's like if you want to do a full-on like modern application, yes, you can use like Rust or Go on the back end, but you're kind of stuck with a JavaScript like stack on the front end, something like React or whatnot. And you don't just have like one. What am I trying to say? You don't just have like one main language in the whole thing. You have to do like 3 or 4 different languages. You know what I mean? Once you factor in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript as well, there you go. It would be nice to have like a simplified stack. Front-end devs can easily use, yeah, Electron. That's true, yeah, because it's all JavaScript, isn't it? So they don't know Rust, yeah, that's true. I'm gonna you know, keep track of this project because it looks quite interesting. I'm gonna watch it. Five hours ago, still, so still fairly active, right? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's a fairly active project. It's quite getting old now, isn't it? From July the 7th of 2019. When was the first release? $710 releases. Jesus Christ. $2020. Yeah, so just over, I guess, 3 years. 3 years. Over 3 years of age. It's a very, very good project for a 3-year-old project, you know. It uses 100 megabytes of RAM. That's good. That's good. Much better than the 500 megabyte minimum of Electron. Qt play stereo frame. Oh no, what am I doing? I'm looking at documentation for Q audio stereo frame stereo. Q audio frame stereo. It just seems to me impossible to sort of, what? It doesn't find that. Why am I on Qt5? There you go. Q audio. Is it Q audio frame stereo? Yeah, Q audio frame stereo. Q audio. Huh? Q audio buffer S32S. There's a predefined specialization for a 32-bit stereo sample. Okay, this is sample. That's fine. So it's not a buffer itself. Tori has nice features like generating MSI.exe installers with one command. That's good, yeah. Fun fact, I actually never... Oh, I kind of wrote installer once, but I never really wrote a full installer by myself. I never really had to. But I know how to do it though. That's for Microsoft, by the way. I've written many installers for applications on Linux. Like, what do we do with this? What do we do with this information? Qt audio frame. Channel config stuff. Jesus, there's a lot of random shit in here. Qt audio frame, right? That's what we just saw. Qt audio frame. This does not show up in the documentation. It does not show up in the documentation. I just want to know what what these things are. Let me just Google it. So create Qt audio buffer. This is the Python version, but I just want an example. There you go. This guy is doing the same thing I am, creating an audio buffer from the audio file. Initializing Qt audio buffer from Qt by array. Where does he create the Qt audio buffer? So he has a format. What's FMT? Yeah. I also just rediscovered that the Spectrum Analyzer example provides the WAV file files that you can be interested also. Oh. So Qt has a WAV reader all along? No, it doesn't. This was ages ago. I'm still like madly stuck, guys. What the hell? This is crazy. In fact, Qt tabs have conversion functions to stdlibs. Yeah, they do. They are quite nice for that. But they usually involve copying and moving things around though. So you probably only want to do them if you need to. To keep the efficiency of the program, keep using the Qt types where you can. So in here, for example, that's an example of just that. So the buffer.data is a template class, but if you provide a like int32t, for example, it will convert to that type. But it does involve, as I said, involves conversion here, type conversion. So you're not just accessing the type straight away. So Qt audio buffer. How do you construct this? What if I just do like one of the frames? You know what I mean? So ideally, yeah, this has to be like both left and right, but I can just do one. What is the start time? 0. Const byte array. Creates a new audio buffer from the supply data in the given format. Q byte array. So maybe we can create a Q byte array before. So data. Const car star, okay. So it's a const car star. Size type. Okay, so first size bytes of array. If data is 0, the null byte array is constructed. Size is negative, data is assumed to point to a null terminated string and its length is determined dynamically. Okay, cool. So we kind of want this. By the way, C23, C++23 finally adopted bool. Oh, C23 finally adopted. Not C++, sorry. As keywords. They did it after 100 years. Yeah. I'm sick of seeing people doing a macro define true equals 1 and false equals 0. Sick of that. Sop, what do you do, man? Are you? I'm guessing you're a developer as well, right? So, in what area do you work? Are you a student still? What do you do in life, dude? I'm not even sure if I'm saying your name is properly, by the way. Stop? I don't know how to pronounce it. Sounds. Are you Hungarian by any chance? From Hungary? Let me know if I got that right. Yeah, okay, so we can create a Q buffer, Q byte array, and then we can refer it to the audio file. The vector of 132 samples, not 0. And they added context for variables so you don't need macros for constant. Nice, finally as well. I'm Polish. Ah, right. I thought it was Hungarian because you've got a similar, or the start of your name is similar to the start of the name that I work of the name of someone I work with, and they are from Hungary. So I'm sorry, I got that wrong. Sopuprach means raccoon. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I thought it was a name. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna dynamic cast this shit. Oh. Is it const car star? Yeah, const car star. Okay, what static cast saying about? Invalid type conversion. Oh yeah, because I've got a const here, innit? Let's just put it as a car star. Is it going to work? Even better. Don't need that. Don't need that. Right? Invalid type conversion. So, right. What am I doing wrong here? Why does it not cast the this pointer, which is a pointer? Why is it const expert? What? No idea. Why is it not casting a pointer to an int32 to a pointer of car? Is it because I need to do a reinterpret cast? There you go. That's probably why. So QArray is equals to that. But then we also need the audio file. Sample 0 and dot size and times the size of std int 32 team. Right. And now we can do this. Hopefully. Right? What I was working towards. The audio buffer, byte array, and the audio format. What's the audio format called in this case? Audio format. Wait a second. Still get format, right? What's this? No instance of constructor matches the argument list. I don't have a job. I'm a student. Oh right. I thought you already had a job. Seems to know a lot, dude, for a student. So you're doing well. You're doing well. Tricking me. I think most of my viewers are actually students, which is definitely a good thing. You can get some real experience. So there you go. Key byte array format and the start time. Ah, optional. Okay. There you go. That's better. I'm gonna comment this out. I know, right? It seems to know a whole lot. Yeah. By the way, I'm a student of primary school. Nah, you're joking. You're not. There's no way you're like under 10 years old. I mean, I say that, but there's someone on Discord that was like 12 the other day, and I was like acting or talking to them as if they were like over 18 or something. But they were like 12 or 13, and I was like, oh shit, dude. Should you be in my Discord? I don't know. I don't want to kick you, but you're too young to be here. Yeah, no, I thought so. Stop. I thought that was a joke. It's a joke, right? In Poland, we end school when we are 15 years old. All right. Yeah, Peter. The kid was like literally like 12. I noticed that from the GitHub image, and I was like, oh no. I feel bad, so I didn't kick them, but they're still there. So that's why you gotta, watch what you say in the stream sometimes, because you may have like a literal child watching you. Right, let's try this out. So what I did here is I changed the reading type of the audio from float to int32t. Hopefully, something did break. conversion from unsigned in 64 requires narrowing. That's fine. That's fine. What is this? What should it be again? Give me Qbyte array. Q size type. What does it say? Conversion from unsigned int64 to Q size type requires a narrowing conversion. Oh my god, this is Q size. How do I even convert to that side? And then we end primary school. Then we have high school. By the way, I started learning C++ when I was 12. Yeah, that's quite young, man. Hopefully you're not 12 now, though. You're a bit older than that. Oh, you said you're 15. Yeah, 15. That's good. That's a good age to start watching adult streams, I guess. Not in that sense. Never mind. Did not mean it that way. So, Q audio. What should it be? It should be a Q size type. Q size type. How do I convert an integer to a Q size type? Jesus Christ. I'm watching your stream instead of studying for my chemistry exam tomorrow. Yeah, dude. Turn it off now and go study. Your education is more important than you watching some random guy on YouTube do some C++. Trust me, I've been there. To Q size type. So, okay, so yeah, we can narrow it down. That's fine. We got another error. The following is treated. Number of frames local variable initialized but never used. Fine. We can just comment it out for now. I mean, I'm saying a lot about having like younger audiences, I guess. But I also started coding when I was quite young, maybe like 11 or 12. But in my day, streams weren't a thing, so you couldn't actually interact with people working with code and stuff like that. So I just learned everything from like Stack Overflow back in the day. Right, does this work a little bit better? Let's see. No, we still get the choppy thing. Look. I have no idea what's going on. Choppy audio. Choppy audio. Can I have a breakpoint to this? Chemistry is useless. No, it's not, man. It's not useless because you have to pass it and get a good grade in it so you can get to a nice university in the future, right? So don't see it that way. Sample rate is that, channel count is that, the format is that, the size is this. So what is this size divided by 44100? 100 seconds divided by 60 seconds. We have 13 minutes of data apparently, which, you know, we know is not true. Ah, yeah, that's because we have that many samples. I'm so confused now. 100% sure I can learn more from your streams than from chemistry lessons. You don't learn chemistry here though, that's the only problem. And what you need to pass your exam is chemistry, not C++. I'm a physics enjoyer, yeah. I did also enjoy physics when I was younger. I enjoyed maths a lot though. I even took a degree in it. But it's useless nowadays for me. But, you know, as I said, not all useless things are unhelpful. Sometimes learning chemistry, learning maths, learning physics, you know, it may not help you directly in the future, but the act of learning those topics and studying for exams and stuff is definitely going to train your brain for the future. So that's what I can say. And because you have to study tomorrow, Sop, I'm actually going to call the stream here so you can go and study now. I only need 30% score, yeah, but you can get 100. You need 30, but try 100. Guys, I'm fully stuck on this. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get anywhere with this today. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to call the stream here. I'm going to get some sleep because I'm quite tired now from work. And before I continue the next stream on this particular project, I'm going to try and fix it myself. So we're not spending ages and ages discussing what I'm stuck on, because it's not helpful to anyone, not even to myself. But yeah, I mean, thank you, Peter, for joining us. Thank you, Sop, and good luck on your exams tomorrow, man. I wish you all the best and that you get 100% on your chemistry exam. But yeah, good night, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. See ya.